Before we get this video started, don't forget to give me a thumbs up for these little puppies. Say hi, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Say, give me a thumbs up. What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I'm going to be doing a technical and chart analysis on Canopy Growth, on Aurora Cannabis, and Auxly. And also, I'm going to finish it up with some news. But before we get started, I want to ask you guys to give me a thumbs up. I want to talk about LYFT. It finally IPO'd. They opened strong. They were up over 20%. Now seems to be slowly declining. I will most likely be making a video on LYFT IPO and my opinions on what I think about this company, what I think about their valuation, etc. Right now, there's a lot of volume, 19,900,000, 20 million, but it keeps declining. So it looks like it opened strong. LYFT is slowly declining right now on its IPO. But yeah, I will probably make a video on LYFT alone. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on LYFT. Leave me a comment in the comment section. But yeah, let's get started with the chart analysis. First, I want to look at Canopy Growth. I've already spoke about these triangle patterns in my live stream, but not everyone catches my live stream. Here's a perfect example of a triangle pattern right here. We can see that it's making higher lows and its resistance line pretty much stayed the same. As this triangle starts getting tighter, usually what happens with the triangle, once it starts reaching the end of this triangle, you see a breakthrough. It's either going to break through above or below. And in this case, Canopy Growth had a breakthrough and it went down. Triangle patterns, they're perfect for day traders / swing traders. Usually with a triangle pattern, you could start a position and cut your losses early. Let's say I invested into Canopy Growth at around $46. I would probably put a stop loss at around 44 just in case it had a breakthrough in the downward direction. And if it had a breakthrough going up, obviously I would collect my profits here. In this case, obviously Canopy Growth had a breakthrough down to around $42. So now what do I think about Canopy Growth? There's a few things I want to talk about Canopy Growth. First of all, there's been a support line here at around $42. This is American. I'm going to show you guys in Canadian as well. I have the lines ready, hopefully. So in Canadian, this support here is $56 support. So 42 American, 56 Canadian support. It's not really guaranteed. The possibility right now is Canopy can start trading in between this support and this resistance. It's been doing that, a triangle pattern and then a breakthrough. So now we might consistently start trading in between these two lines right here, the $48 resistance line and the $42 support. Or another thing is we could see Canopy continue to decline and hit this support right here. We might see Canopy go back down to $36 American. This line right here, this dark green one, is the long-term support. The reason why I have that line drawn in, pretty much in the past year, Canopy has consistently been bouncing off this support. We've seen it bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 times. This time it went way below it. I think those are the possibilities. And even if it goes down to this $36 line and bounces back up, I think that's perfectly fine. My biggest concern will be if it breaks below this support all the way back down to the $26 support, which I think would be an amazing buying opportunity. And I'll show you guys the prices in Canadian just so you know what I'm talking about. In Canadian dollars, that support line would be at around $45.50. And if it breaks through that support all the way down to below $39, then that would be an amazing buying opportunity for Canopy Growth. Another thing I do want to mention about Canopy Growth, and I've talked about this in my previous video, is the Bollinger Band and the 50-day moving average have finally crossed. The reason why I bring this up is because in the past, when these two indicators cross, so right here, we've seen them cross right here, and immediately we've seen a downfall. We've seen them cross here, and then we've seen them push forward. So now we've seen them cross at around $46 American. So if this pattern continues, that could be a sign that Canopy Growth is going to have a nice correction. I'm not saying it's going to crash. I'm not saying it's going to go back to $27, but it could have a nice little dip, creating a decent buying opportunity. Pretty much as soon as it crossed, we kind of did see a correction, but now we're bouncing off this support line. So that's just one thing to keep an eye out for Canopy Growth. So let's take a look at Aurora Cannabis. And unfortunately, I don't have lines on the American side right now, so I will only be looking at Canadian dollars for American. If you guys want to convert these prices, just divide it by $1.33 or $1.34, depending what the currency exchange is. I've made videos in the past when Aurora Cannabis went above this resistance line right here, and I was constantly talking about how I didn't want Aurora to push forward too fast too soon. I didn't want them to reach that $14 rate, and I was expecting a pullback and probably bounce off this support or this support. And the day after, or a few days after that video, we seen Aurora pull back, which is exactly what I wanted to see. I want to see Aurora continue to uptrend in between these two lines. So for as long as Aurora keeps uptrending in between these two lines, I won't be concerned. My biggest concerns will be if Aurora breaks below this support right here, or this support right here at around $10.80. Only then will I be concerned that Aurora might start crashing or declining a little too much. But until then, I'm still looking at Aurora and I still think they're uptrending. Right now, we're up 1.7%. We are currently uptrending and using this line as a resistance, and it would be nice to see them break past that and start uptrending in between this support and this resistance. But until then, I won't be surprised to see Aurora go a little lower, back down to 1120, maybe bounce off this support line right here. And then if things start to get a little ugly, break below this support down to the 1080 support, hopefully immediately bounces back up. And then if Aurora breaks below this 1080 support, then I'll be concerned that Aurora might decline even further down to the $8 range. And this is Canadian dollars. So until then, no concerns. Aurora is still uptrending consistently. So it's looking good for Aurora. Charts are looking good. Aurora's having so far a mediocre green day, up 1.69%. So the last company I want to do an analysis on is Auxly. And the reason why this company had a huge drop was because it released bad earnings. We've seen Auxly consistently trading between the 90-cent support or 92-cent support, and in between the $1 and 2-cent resistance line. Did not want to break past it. I was hoping Auxly would go back up to the $1.10 range, but unfortunately we didn't because of, I guess, disappointing earnings. I think Auxly lost a little over 60 million, 62 to 66 million dollars. One thing I do want to look at now, I'm going to zoom into these charts. We did have a nice little gap down. We have lots of volume, and Auxly does seem to be oversold. Right now, we're consistently we're trading in between the 86 support and the 92-cent resistance. Hopefully, we continue to bounce in between this support, eventually go back up and start trading in between these lines. If not, I do think it is possible that Auxly could go back to the 78-cent range. 78 cents was previously acting as a resistance, and we've seen resistance lines turn into support. So if Auxly breaks below this 86-cent support line, we might break down back down to the 78 previous resistance, which will now turn into the support. But what I'm hoping is, since there is a gap down right here and it does seem to be oversold here, Auxly does bounce back up and hopefully recovers. It's not guaranteed. We're down 10%. Huge red day today for Auxly. If Auxly goes back down below 72 cents, which is this red line right here, I probably will be picking up some more Auxly. And I've mentioned time and time again, Auxly is overvalued. We have a price to sales of 426, price to revenue at 65. And total, the only thing I really like about this company is it has a total assets of 501 million and a market cap of 588 million. I was hoping to see Auxly eventually reach that $1 billion market cap, which is possible, but obviously their earnings have to be a lot better. And that's it for technical analysis. I'm going to take a look at LYFT one more time. LYFT does seem to be on the downfall right now. It's way too soon to do any chart analysis, but so yeah, as you can see right here, 5-minute charts, ever since its IPO, LYFT has been on the downfall. It's not looking very good for LYFT. In the morning live stream, I did take a quick look at LYFT, and they did seem to be a little overvalued. Their IPO, even at $72, I thought they were overvalued. So the fact that they opened up at around 90 something dollars or close to $90, I'm not surprised to see a downfall. It might recover. A lot of these companies, some of their financials don't matter. It's more about the investors' confidence. I just want to touch up on a few things that I've read. Jim Cramer advised his viewers on Canopy Growth, and it's really quick. All he says is Canopy Growth is the best stock in the cannabis sector. So Cramer likes Canopy long term. I'm just surprised that he doesn't like Aurora Cannabis as much, but that's also because Aurora Cannabis hasn't made a deal yet. He seems to like the companies that's made deals, including Kronos, which I think is way overvalued. But anyways, that's enough about Cramer. I want to talk about articles on Aurora Cannabis. I'm just going to skim by them quickly. So this one is forget Aurora Cannabis and buy these 3 pot stocks instead. So I just want to go straight to the 3 pot stocks that they're talking about. I'm not going to read this article. If you guys want to check out this full article, just type this in on Google. Forget Aurora Cannabis and buy these 3 pot stocks instead. So the market's most popular pot stock, of course, is Aurora Cannabis. But we're not here to talk about Aurora Cannabis. We're here to find out what these 3 pot stocks are. And I'm actually going to agree with this article because the first company is Organigram Holdings. And Organigram is a company that I've talked very highly of, and it's a company that I really like. It's actually a profitable company. If you guys give me more than 100 thumbs up on this video, or leave me in the comment section if you want me to do a video just on Organigram alone. Next one, Kushco Holdings. I'm definitely going to agree with that one as well, because Kushco's, I own a small position in Kushco. It's an American company. I'm trying to diversify not just into Canadian pot stocks, but also American pot stocks. So Kushco, I can definitely agree with that one. And then next, last but not least, is Charlotte's Web Holdings. I've been hearing a lot about this company. This one is a company that I don't own in my portfolio. I'm going to take a quick look at them right now. Right now, they're way too high on their 52-week range. I don't like to chase stocks, and this company seems to be way overvalued. It's a profitable company, but a price to earnings ratio of 171, price to sales 47, price to revenue 31. Looks like an overvalued company. It is in this article if you guys want to read why they think this is one of the companies. So this will be the only one I'll have to disagree with. I definitely agree with Organigram and Kushco, but let's just move on to the other article, which is Say What? Marijuana sales fell almost 5% in Canada. And this was in January. So I just want to look at these numbers real quick. So on October 2018, we had $32 million worth of sales. November, we had 39. And December, we had $41 million worth of sales. January, we went back down to $39.7 million. So it's not that big of a decline. What I will be really interested to see is what will happen in February, whether we will keep declining or whether sales will increase. I think that once October 2019 comes, which will be when edibles and CBD drinks finally become legal in Canada, I think sales will definitely have a huge hike. But that's it for that. If you guys want to check out this full article, type in Say What? Marijuana sales fell almost 5% in Canada in January. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to touch up on those articles real quick. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. Let me know what you guys think, whether you think Canopy Growth will continue to decline, whether you guys think Aurora will continue to trade in between that support and resistance, which would mean that they're going to continue to uptrend. I had a prediction that Aurora will reach $14 between April and May, and we're going to see if that comes true. I might be wrong, I might be right, but don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell and smash that subscribe button. That's it for now, guys. Bye-bye.